Good morning, Bill from Quick Fishing. Hey, today I want to show you a tool that we use to clear out the background images on the product images that we use. Uh, I really like the no background look because it gives you a lot of flexibility. If you change colors on the website or whatever, you don't have to like redo all that. We're going to start with a stick bait today because it's very simple. There's a lot of tools to do this, like I said, but you'll see as we get into more complicated stuff in future videos why we use the ones we do. When you get into creature baits and stuff that's a little more complex, and like the worst of the worst is when you're doing the silicone skirts on jigs and stuff. Those are really difficult for software to do because you get all these different shadows and textures and layers. So anyway, we'll get started on this. I'm going to show you the file we're going to bring in. So we're going to use this green pumpkin candy color. So the one on the left is the original image. The one on the right is the new image with the background, and you can see it does a really good job right off the bat. One of the things you got to watch out for, not in this one, we'll show it in future ones, but like if you get like a really shiny spot, sometimes the software will try to take that out of there, so you end up with holes in them. So you got to like watch for those. But other than that, what I want to show you is I'm going to blow this up a little bit. So see on this end, where it came out of the mold, you got kind of some funkiness going there. So what I do is I like to go in and clean those out of there. So you basically select it, we're going to round it out a little. So now you can see instead of this being on the end, you can see that end looks really nice. So we're going to go and do that on all these really quick. Move them up. Just gives a really nice look for the user. One of the disadvantages of a website versus, someone seeing you at a show or seeing your stuff in a bait shop is, they can't touch it, right? They can't feel it, and so we want to present the best foot that we can on the screen and make it just look as clean and appetizing, if you will, as possible. So we're just going to take all these. Again, these stick baits are the easiest ones to do. So that's why we're starting on this one. You'll see in future videos it's much more complex, like especially like when we do like creature baits or something, we like to take a picture of. We'll lay out a couple of them so you get the texture and the look of the profile, but you'll so this is another good example. So the last couple actually. So you go from this like funky looking to just like really nice, this really nice finish on the end. Anyway, so on the creature baits, then we'll do a pile of them to kind of really like highlight the texture and the colors and everything on the screen. The problem is, cleaning up some of those shadows and some of those layers gets to be a little bit tricky. So anyway, so you can see this is ready to go. Now we're going to crop it. I like to we crop all ours square. It doesn't really matter if it's square. It just matters that everything you do on your site is the same, so you're using those same dimensions. The 2048 by 2048 gives us really good blow up on a close up on the site, and it's a small enough file size that BigCommerce doesn't choke on the thing and give you an error message when you're trying to upload it. So the other thing we do is we drop shadow them all, just gives them a little depth. What you got to watch for is on the drop shadow, when it gets close to the edge, you can get like a really knife edge on that drop shadow that you don't want. So once you put the drop shadow in, I'd like to, our drop shadow is always down and to the right. So we always move you can see the cropping, this is where it's going to show. So we move it close on the top and close on the left to make sure we have plenty of room bottom and to the right, so that drop shadow isn't getting clipped off there. So anyway, so you can see it like that. We're going to download it now. And then we're going to go to the back end of our site. We're going to add this color, which is green pumpkin candy. And we're going to do pattern. We're going to upload the file. So as you can see now on the listing, all the ends are nice and clean. Everything looks really, uniform, and then also the hover close, the close up of the hover shows really good detail. I mean, you can almost feels like you can touch it, and again, you can see, all the detail of the ribs, the colors, and the ends all are very finished. So it gives a really nice presentation for the customer as they're looking through. Even though they can't touch them, it's as close as we can get them on the website to doing that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Next up, we'll do some on the next video. We'll do a probably like a brush hog or something with a lot of twists and turns in it. Kind of show some tips and tricks on how to get those cleaned up for listings as well. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.